welcome to the channel. Obviously I'm at the airport in Frankfurt right now. Hope you can hear me well. So I haven't gone back to Japan for almost in Japan with this COVID. Entrance restriction was very tight, and finally it got lifted. It used to be like 14 quarantines, like 7 days, and then shortened to 7 days, and now to 3 days. However, if you have a booster shot already from some countries, then you don't need any quarantine. Luckily, Hungary was one of the list, one of the countries in that list. So that's why I decided to go back to Japan this time. So although entry was loosened, still there are so many documents that you need to submit in order to visit Japan. So you have to take the PCR test 72 hours before your flight. PCR, I highly recommend you going to the hospital that can give you PCR test certificate in Japanese format. There is a Japanese format. You can still use the non-Japanese format, but you have to have all the detailed information in that format. Even if one thing is missed, you cannot enter Japan. So I highly recommend you search, or you can ask the Japanese embassy. Luckily, I really love people at the Japanese embassy in Hungary. They are super duper nice. But anyway, you can ask the Japanese embassy to see if there is any hospital that can support PCR test certificate in Japanese format. Otherwise, I think you better put that one, then they can fill that out for you. You also need to have a QR code. In order to have a QR code, you need to answer all the questions like your health, like where you were stay in the last 14 days and sort of stuff, like a locator form. And then you will get the QR code. Unfortunately, this QR code, like once you close the website, it's gone. So you either need to take a screenshot or print it out. It seems they will scan that at the airport. See. And then, of course, you need to have the vaccination, certificate. And then what was the last one? Oh yeah, and the last one is and along the QR code, you also need to have some sort of statement of the pledge document. So you need to confirm where you stay. You just yes, I swear I stay in this address or hotel. Like all the information you provided is true. So you have to sign that one. So there are quite a lot of documents you still need to bring to enter Japan. But still, unfortunately, this is things we need to do during this during this pandemic. So my flight from Frankfurt to Haneda, Tokyo, it's longer than usual. 2 hours longer flight this time. But this another event happening in the world today. A lot of planes from Europe to Asia, they cannot fly over Ukraine, Russia area right now, so they need to take a different route. Some going to the different direction, and my flight seems going down Southeast Asia and then arrive Japan. So it will 2 hours longer than usual, but that's how it is today. At least everything's gonna be fine. So yeah, I just wanted to give you some heads up on how you can get into the to Japan. Of course, it really depends on where you stay and the situation, because Japanese government changed this the rules almost every 10 days. So you really need to catch it up, because I didn't really plan on going back to Japan until literally 10 days ago. So please check, and I hope everyone's safe and a safe trip if you're going to Japan or some other country. Hi everyone. So I'm kind of speaking quietly now. I just arrived in Japan. So I'm still waiting the result of my saliva. So after you get off the plane, there are about 6 or 7 stops. You need to submit the QR code. You need to show the pledge writing or statement. You also need to tell them whether you got the booster shot, where you stay, and those stuff. They will tell you what you need to do in each step, and it was really pretty smooth. I think in the 3rd or 4th step, you need to take you are asked to collect your saliva specimen. So I'm kind of waiting for the result. I don't know how long it takes. Yeah, my flight was pretty empty, only 1/3 of the capacity was taken this time, so it was pretty good. So that's the reason why I guess it was smooth. The other thing is, in the previous video I did when I was at the Frankfurt airport, I don't think I mentioned about my SOS app. You need to download this mobile when you are visiting, when you're in Japan. It doesn't matter whether you are got the 3rd vaccine and you don't need to do any quarantine. You still asked to download the app. In one of the steps, you literally need to download, register, and then they will verify you register. So in this way, even though I don't need to do any quarantine, but if some of them got COVID on my flight, and they will send me they will notify me that I better take the COVID test. So that's the reason why you really need to download this app. You may want to download the app prior to the trip, but you still can do that at the airport. There's a free Wi-Fi. But if you need to do quarantine, you have to have your Wi-Fi ready all the time, because they will check you where you are located. If you cannot pick up the phone, that's the problem. So you always need to have hotspot or get a SIM card here in Japan. So yeah, hopefully everything's good. It seems like I'm the only one wearing t-shirt because here it's ridiculously hot in the airport. Then the outside, I don't know right now. It's probably it's in the morning. Let me see. It's like 8 Celsius, which is about like 50. So it is not really hot, but inside the airport it's freaking hot. I took off my shirt, like pull over, and then jacket, and I'm the only one wearing the t-shirt. But anyhow, yeah, wish me luck, and I hope I can shoot a lot of videos around my trip in Japan.